Haason Reddick made his impact felt. How did you feel like he impacted the game and opened up things for everybody else?
He was fast. We know he's a mismatch with a lot of guys just with his speed, his power. I'm just impressed that a little man, but he has power. He did a good job. It brings juice and energy, and I think guys are feeding off of it.
Larry, they've had so much change to their offensive line. You only really have one game to look at in terms of tape. Does that make it harder when you haven't seen how they line up, how they look as an O-line like that?
Well, with all the data and stuff upstairs and with the film, we breaking down all the guys. Even went back to the rookie in Minnesota, looked at those guys at former places. So we got an idea of how they want to block us. But at this point of the year, we got to do our game.
New offensive coordinator, and you can't really go back to last year's film, and he hasn't been in OC elsewhere. How do you prepare for something like that?
Basically, look at the preseason, look at game one. This point of the season, you're really just doing what you're best at. And not kind of like see ball, get ball, but it's that type of approach at this early stage of the year.
CJ's another guy that can extend plays a little bit, and either throw or run. How do you think you guys set the edge at times against Penix last week? Do you need to get better at that? Or?
Well, it's going to be a big challenge this week. We know Penix, he stays in the pocket. Kind of old schoolish, but he stays in the pocket. It's going to be a big challenge. I challenge my guys. Baker got that type of ability. He can scramble around and make plays. So which quarterback is going to make more of those plays is going to get their team the best chance of winning.
Kalijah had a play on Sunday where he was pretty much blocked, somehow got off the block, and almost one-armed tackled Bijan Robinson on that play. Just talk about his relentlessness on that play and just what you've seen of him as a whole coming into year 3 fully healthy.
Well, he's one of those freaks. Fast, quick, has a good understanding for the game, and this is year 3. And you can see it early on in training camp, guys that's around, he's taking that next step. But, he's a first-round pick. I'm not surprised when he do freakish things out there on the field.
I know some of the personnel's changed, but, when you guys went to Houston in 23, that was a rough day, like one of the tougher days you guys have had here. How much do you think the guys that were there and went through that want to show this week just how much better you guys are as a defense?
Well, we know Stroud. I know that was his rookie year. We know Collins is there. I know Tank Dell is out right now. And Stroud, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He showed that in just a short time. And they got weapons. And I know they didn't fare well last week. And them guys going to come in there ready to go Monday night.
How do you assess his performance in week 1? I know he had the sack that got taken off. Haason kind of beat him right there for one. What do you think of how he did?
They did a great job. I challenged them guys last week. Atlanta, we got to stop their run. And then we did good in the run game. Can't get frustrated sometimes. Those sacks are going to get called back. The ball was thrown. He was winning. He went against a good tackle last week with Matthews. But I was impressed that, he kept the energy. But I really challenged them guys, set the edge, and play good in the run defense. And they did that.
With only 5 D linemen on the 53, you elevated Gotsis there. Do you think you'll rotate who that 6th is, or how do you think you'll handle the depth of it?
That's probably going to be more bowls. I know with the new rules, with extra practice squad guys and veterans, him and Jason, they mismatch and, different position groups, but that's more for him.
What have you seen out of Mel Kamara since you guys brought him in?
He got juice. I liked him coming out of Colorado State. And when they ran to me that day last week, said we got an opportunity to get him, I was excited. I remember him coming out. I asked him a few questions, what happened in Miami. He gave, nobody knows, but I'm glad we got him. He's been a joy to coach just in this short time, and I like the energy. He's giving our offense a great look during the week.
Along the same lines, I want to ask you about Jason Jones, the big fella from Baltimore. What do you like there?
He looks good. He's big. I was joking. I'm a guy I like big-headed football players. Those are typically the guys that's the best players in the league. An old school coach gave me that little theory, and I've just been running with it. But I was joking with him about how big his head is. But he looks good. He's giving us a good look.
Do you see comparisons to maybe David Walker, who you guys got there? Kind of undersized guy, relentless guy.
You ain't got to say undersized. Say very short, about 5'10", 5'11", them type of guys. No, I see that comparison. He can get off the ball, twitchy, and I know a lot of guys personally I played with from Colorado State, so I know they play some good ball up there.
Do you envision him coming up at some point? Do you think that's an opportunity that he has, maybe?
That's once again, that's Coach Bowles. He's giving us a good look. He's doing a good job. At those spots, you got to impress the special team coach as well as your position coach.
When you had that 91-yard drive against you and all those plays, it felt like it took an hour. And you had, I don't know, 7, 8 plays inside the 5. What does it say about your guys to hang in there like that? Obviously, maybe not the result you wanted, but just, what's that like when you're in the middle of something like that?
Well, you coach that. And, that was our first live action, especially in the red zone. I was very impressed. They tried to run it, tried to pass it, and we kept fighting. We came up a little short, well, literally a couple inches. And, it's pulling whatever hair I got, I was pulling it out. Should see my wife text message when I got into the locker room after the game, but it was exciting. Our guys didn't blink, even though a couple coaches were blinking on the sideline. Them guys did a good job. But it's a good experience, defend every blade of grass, and you never know what happened. Make them kick or get the ball back.
Braswell got in there for some plays, too. What did you see from him coming to week 1 off of
He's looking good. He's a power guy. He looks more comfortable in the defense just as far as dropping and understanding what to do. And just my short time coaching him, I'm comfortable with throwing him in there. Get him guys a breather, and he's doing a good job picking up the defense.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you guys. Have a good one.